I would like you to go to the correct lifetime that is mostly associated with your current lifetime, that is connected to the crystal consciousness to get information related to the work that Casey is doing. I know that there are multiple lifetimes associated with this work. We are going to the one most important to you, the lifetime most associated with this work. We're going to that life. Can you tell me what you see around you?
I'm seeing an environment superimposed with another environment. The first one is inside the crystal. It's just what I see when I generally go into the crystal. And then the other one looks like a planet, looks like a somewhat desert-like environment. It may look this way because I'm still a bit of a distance from it, however, so I can't say for sure if this is a desert environment, but I'm seeing it. I'm also seeing a teddy bear, what looks like a teddy bear. Its arm is being lifted up and made to wave at me. There's a child and the child's mother, a little girl, and her mother here, and they're making this teddy bear wave at me. They're both trying to get my attention, just saying hello. This is an intermediate space. I'm being welcomed in somewhere, so to speak. And I'm passing through this area now on my way to where I'm going. I'm starting to see the faces in the crystal, and they're just morphing and changing just as they do when I go in. Let me just let the crystal turn and come in on who it wants to focus in on. Okay, we're focusing in on the being that I have recently come to call Ptah. It's a very tall being, 14 feet tall. It's an ET being. It's very tall and it's very thin and has a very long neck. Just this evening, he started coming through more true to life, like literally a person looking at me through the crystal.
What does he need?
I'm sorry?
What does Ptah need from you?
You have asked me to connect with the lifetime most closely associated with the work I'm doing, and this is the being I am connecting with for that purpose.
Yes,
I am associated with Egypt. This being is associated with our planet and also another, Aldebaran. There is an association with Aldebaran and our planet, and as it connects at Egypt, multiple tens of thousands of years ago. I'm just going to follow my vision. So the shape of his head is interesting because atop his head is an adornment that is roughly the shape of an inverted pyramid, an inverted triangle. And this is the shape that I seem to be honing in on. It seems like there's other beings here in the background. I'm in a dark space, um, in some shadows, and I'm trying to see around into some more lighted areas to see what's going on here. There's a table set up in front of me, and some people are working at this table. It doesn't really seem like we're in Egypt or in a pyramid. It seems more that we are in a very humble house. Time frame between the year 1000 and some point in the 1500s. There's papers all spread about, and a woman who's trying to help, who is carrying a lantern. And there is a male figure. I am seeing him in his ET likeness and also in his human form. He's a bit older, perhaps in his 60s. And he's working with these papers, some sort of astronomy or science or mathematics, something that combines all of these ideas.
Like a philosopher?
Yes, it could be, as we are in the time frame of the philosophers.
What is he doing with these papers?
Well, he's writing on them, and some are compiled into books. They've been bound, and some are still loose.
Is the man, okay, so when you say man, we had talked about Egypt as that connection point.
I am no longer there. I am in a humble house, sometime in a time frame between the year 1000 and somewhere in the 1500s.
Okay, so we have time. Okay.
And this does have some connection with the Egypt idea, with the pyramids, and with the ET being I call Ptah.
What is the connection?
Astrological alignments of the Sirius star with our Earth planet, with prophecy, with seeing into the times beyond the current time, data collection, knowing, seeing in advance of the time what is apt to happen in the time.
Do you know your name?
Do I know the name of this man?
Yes.
One moment. Ernest.
Okay. Let's move forward a little bit more and you can observe your surroundings.
I'm seeing the ET being I call Sokesh.
Sokesh.
Sokesh. Sokesh. Sokesh. He is a wise man. He is someone I was introduced to in human form and an out-of-body experience in Mesopotamia as someone who my attention should go to. There is an ET being who comes through the crystal who, when he does, I feel the name Sokesh.
And where is Sokesh from? What planet or system?
One moment. No name. Sokesh, as the human male in Mesopotamia, is of course from our Earth planet. But the ET counterpart, also bearing the name Sokesh, is offering no information about the planet of origin.
Why is Sokesh choosing to come through the crystal?
Sokesh comes to me directly in out-of-body experience. And because I have association with him, I am able to see him also through the crystal. My attention can go to him in the same way yours can go to the phone number of someone you know in your telephone.
So almost kind of like having a friend with you all the time.
Yes. One of many. But he is tasked to help me in a more forward fashion than most.
How so?
He brings to my attention what is important. He brings to my attention the connection points in time that, when connected with through the interior of the structure of the current being, opens portals within me that allow this mind to be more than the conscious mind as limited to the Casey persona.
Why is so when you connect with Sokesh, you say that he's a wise man. So is this the one that Casey connects with for guidance?
One of many.
Who are other ones that Casey
He
connects
is
with?
an elder. He is someone respected by my person. He is someone who has no harsh effect upon me when connecting. It is very easy and very lovely connecting with Sokesh. There are many connections with this one and myself to the desert and many deserts.
Is this the reason why you keep going back to the deserts?
And yes, this is one of many reasons we go back to the desert.
Are you also, is this also a connection with Patea?
Patea.
Patea.
Pata.
Pata.
That is a very different connection.
But yet still connected.
That idea is very connected to the work we are here doing with the crystal? Yes. He is not located anywhere specifically. He can be anywhere and everywhere as he is manifest in Mesopotamia. He is sitting on a bench right now. It is where we were first not introduced, but where my attention was first directed to him as this human male. And he is wearing linen clothing, a gown of sorts, very humble clothing, sandals upon his feet. It is desert, and there are shade ports set up, poles set in a rectangular position with white cotton or linen canvas over the top. And there are others here. He is sitting alone in a contemplative state. It feels like a war is beginning to brew, and he is concerned.
And what is he concerned about besides the war?
War.
Like he will have to fight in the war?
Just that there may be
War.
war.
Let's move forward a little ways.
War is coming in.
Let's welcome Or
Has multiple aspects that help compose him. One is feline, another is bull.
bull.
The bull
Is female or male?
or is male.
What is the connection with Casey and Or? How is Or coming through?
First, the feline component. Next, the bull component. And then, as he is himself in whole, he is a brown-skinned man. And I use the word man loosely.
So when he comes through, how is it that he comes through? What is the process to get to the crystal?
Imagine, if you will, the United States, meaning a country, and within the country are states. Within the states, there are cities. Within the cities, there are municipalities. Within the municipalities are individual dwellings or homes. Casey is such as the independent dwellings or homes, or is such as the country. Casey is inside this energy, this entity. Just as the independent homes are or fall within the boundary of the country. they reside within, you can get a feeling or context for the difference in size between a single dwelling resting inside a country. Yes.
That's a big difference.
Can you see then that the country occupies, is present in at all times, all points within it? This is how connects with the consciousness of Casey.
Now,
This consciousness that is extended through the crystal, made visible through the crystal.
if you don't mind, I'd like to go back and talk about Ur. And you said that when he has multiple aspects of him, being a feline and then a bull.
There are more, but these are two main components.
So you're referring to fractaled components coming through together to make himself, right?
Or himself is a fractal of the others, yes.
So there's others over or
Yes,
that are bigger than or.
yes.
But Casey is most connected to or.
Or is most connected to the planet and the activity and the fractal lifetimes from this point, yes. The others are more, we would say, off planet.
Kind of like watchers.
Just not directly physically associated with the planet.
So what is the story that or would like to come through Casey right now? In words, not pictures, but words.
It is not that Or himself wants any story to come through Casey, but rather Casey herself, who is seeking the self, and Or and the story of the many others who have come through him are connected with this.
Okay. How are the stories coming through the crystal?
A portal, in essence.
Is that related to
A
Essa?
created, formed, and opened, more than opened, held open via connection points within the consciousness of the point you see before you now, the one you call Casey. The portal allows information from various points in time to flow through the portal, which is within the point you see before you now. And this information is extended through this point, through to the crystal, where the information, works in cooperation with the elemental components of the crystal to render the information.
Has Casey always been able to use Isa in past lifetimes as well?
Isa exists in your current point in time, just as Casey herself, as herself, exists in this point in time, alone and not other points in time in this same form or format. The same is true of Isa. She exists here with Casey and all of you now. Are you more wanting to know if the skill with crystals exists in other points in time? Yes, in many. This, in fact, is what is forming the aforementioned portal. It is the common link, the thing in common between each of the points through which the information now does flow. I'm going to go directly now to one of these points where I am with one of the crystals and working to hold this portal open. I am seeing a diamond shape with a cross going through its middle, like a star that is radiating light. And I'm going through this diamond shape, which is now beginning to have a radiation signature of colors, wavelengths, and one moment. Okay, I was going somewhere, but somebody interfered. It's the one I call Jason.
Tell me about Jason.
He's interfering at the moment, and I'm trying to go somewhere.
What is he?
I'm trying to get past him, so I don't wish to give him my attention.
Okay.
It may be too late. I have a wormhole here in front of me.
Can we move to the
Just
side?
take a ride through the wormhole. Here we go.
Okay. What are you experiencing?
I'm in the wormhole. Give me one moment. Fire.
Fire.
Dragons.
What are you? You're seeing fire and dragons?
Yes. My energy's changing too. Power.
Yes. Are you still in the wormhole?
I am this dragon.
You're a dragon?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Enjoying being myself.
I bet that feels nice. Can you tell me what you see around you? Your environment?
I am not in one, but I can come into one. Yes.
When you say you aren't in environment, but you can come into one,
Yes, I can be manifest or not manifest. And in the unmanifest state, I am in my own experience still very much in the experience of a life and a form, but it is quite different than being in a manifest space, in a more physical space.
would you rather be in a more physical space or?
I am doing as you have guided, and I'm coming into a more physical space to see the environment around me and my body as it is here. Ah, that's scary.
Okay.
I am, let's see, how would I describe these colors? A neutral, off-white, or cream colored flesh tone with dark browns and grays. And there is some orangish red in patterns at the head and back of the neck. And the wings are very pointy. I am looking at myself as myself.
So you are just looking at yourself.
Yes. Casey is looking at the dragon.
You sounded, at first you were scared.
Not scared. Making a
What do you
statement. I am in this form what most people would call scary.
I would call magnificent.
I feel magnificent, but I would appear to you quite scary.
What is your purpose there?
Oh, to reconnect, to remember, to regain strength, to regain the knowledge. Yes, this is what we might call my library. It carries a vast amount of knowledge of lifetimes and worlds.
Could we go into that library?
Yes.
Why don't we go into that library and find some particular information for Casey that she would like to find? Is there anything in particular that we could relay?
There is an egg, and this egg is associated with a crystal I have here with me. I have just recently come to realize that it is the dragon's egg. It is a local representation of it. It connects me to here and to the dragon's egg as it is here.
So your crystal in this world is the dragon's egg in that world.
Indeed.
And that's how you're connecting. Through your library. That's how you get the information.
Now I am connecting directly through my own consciousness at the moment.
Yes. That's really cool.
What this crystal does work and act as a connected
So
link.
this connection that Casey has with, is this the crystal kingdom that she talks about? Where the egg came from?
The egg is a dragon's egg. It's the dragon's offspring still. In its egg gestation, dragon eggs can take eons to hatch. They hatch when the time is right, when the moment has come.
When will this egg hatch?
Time will tell.
What does Casey need to know about this egg and the egg that will be hatched?
That the dragon within is already in communication with her. That it does reveal itself to her and communicate to her via consciousness and also the crystal. She is seeing this child now.
But Casey already knows all this stuff.
She is receiving new information as we speak.
Okay. And what is that new information?
It has to do with her connection with what she refers to as the magical realms.
Okay.
And the creating and birthing of new magic. Wow.
The creating of new magic.
Yes.
What are you seeing?
Dragon being born of this egg.
What is it? What does it look like?
Not pretty either.
But it seems magical.
Yes. Quite magical. In its inception, as well as its manifestation.
Now that the baby is being born,
Now,
no?
Casey is seeing all time.
All time.
Yes, I looked out beyond where we manifested when you asked us to.
Okay, let's.
Be connected. And I have been seeing the life it is going to live. A portion of it anyway.
What is the purpose for that life?
To hold all possibility open.
In this place that you're in, are there more dragons?
We would say it is connected to places where there are more dragons. Yes.
Because you're able to.
Come in and out of manifestation.
Yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's go to another life. Well, no, let's stay here. I'd like to stay here actually, and you told me the colors and everything, but you said that you were looking at your dragon, but what did you see outside of the dragon?
Land is not quite what we would call desert, but there is not much in growth here. Some green upon the ground, but not much. Bald mountains, blue mountains in the distance.
What is sustainability there?
Speak the question again. I simply did not hear you.
In physical form, how does the dragons sustain themselves as far as food, water?
Not necessary.
Not necessary. Why?
Because the form can be manifest or unmanifest. It's not physical in the lower sense that you know.
Yes, I understand. Okay. Let's move on and let's have Casey connect to the consciousness.
Let's get a name we can connect with this dragon by.
Yes. Why don't we find a name for that dragon? And the dragon has to be female because it has an egg, correct?
Correct. And she's giving me the name of a dragon we have already met through the crystal. I would not have recognized her in this light. However, she can manifest as she feels to, in any way that she feels to. This is Oriyah.
Orion.
Right. And let's get a name for the child. How do you pronounce a name without vowels? Pisqua.
Pisqua?
Pisqua. Pisqua. Yes, it sounds right. Pisqua.
Pisqua. It's actually very pretty. Pisqua. Does that have a meaning to it?
Yes. The meaning is in feeling, though. It makes me feel a certain way inside to say, Pisqua.
What, in my language, what would a word feel like for you?
A whisper.
Why is that
An
special?
unformed sound. Like the silence behind sound, like the wind. It has many characteristics that I find fond, all rolled into one. Pisqua. Even the indigenous idea comes in of being very associated with nature and the elements, who may magically work with the elements, who in fact has been born to work with them as such.
How will that affect Casey's life?
I do not know what you mean.
Well, okay, let me go back a little. The dragon's mother,
Oriyah.
Oriyah. Sorry, I have that. Oriyah.
Yes.
What did her name mean?
I am feeling the answer to the question, but it is not in this form something that I can give word to. The feeling is very quiet, very still, very peaceful. And I can only say that I identify with it as home.
Home?
Yes,
Do you think this is Casey's main central figure that she connects with?
central figure.
Or like, is this her central place that she comes back to? As you say, this is her home. So the dragon.
It is one of many. We cannot place a "the" in front of this idea.
There's no beginning point.
Raya is one of many. She is not the only or central figure, as you say, but she is one that is deeply connected. And the fondness, genuine, deep, and dear fondness exists between the form Oriyah takes and the form Casey takes.
Casey able to connect with Pasqua and Oriyah without the crystal?
Indeed.
How does she do this?
Through feeling, through resonance, through need at times, through the portal we have mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Many ways,
And Casey knows this.
many means of connection. Yes, sometimes portions of her do. She requires, as you all do, the reminders.
I'd like to ask if the subconscious would like to come through at all and do a scan of Casey, or if we are all complete.
I'm getting a visual download. I think I am seeing who we refer to as my subconscious, or at least a singular component of it. We have the blue lion beings,
The blue lion being released.
the blue lion beings.
And what are the blue lion beings?
Well, they don't know how to answer that question. What they are saying, this one is saying, or putting through the idea, that they hail from the blue star, the Sirius star.
What are their characteristics?
Imagine a man and a lion and the color blue, and you fairly much have it.
Like Avatar?
If you feel this looks like a lion, we do not feel this looks like a lion.
What are, so the blue lion beings, where are they from?
The one I have before me now has just said he comes from the Sirius star.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm sorry.
And these beings connect with me each summer solstice, which is why I imagine they are here connecting with me now as we have entered June and in weeks are coming into this summer solstice. It is always a amplification of our process, taking it to a new, and they say at this point, exponential level of new. Yes, they are saying we will be seeing a new level of the work indeed, and confirm that my guess that we will be seeing the beings as projected or made visible through the mean of the crystal in a more face-to-face, more real life fashion. This has already started to begin just this past week. They usually do work with me the entire month of June, leading into the solstice, and then into the heliacal rising of the Sirius star, which is another amplification point of our work with the crystal. It is another of the locations of the crystals which are linking to create the portal through which the information does flow visually, and yes, now vocally. We have brought Casey into the union with herself as Oriyah, so she could blend with the required frequencies and energy it is required she carry for the new elevation of the work we are doing, to not only bring through more lifelike visuals, but yes, to open herself to let vocal transmissions through as well. This does require a precise frequency bandwidth, and the body is being made fit for these flows. We have monitored the response of the body in the blending into Oriyah, and we see there is much work to do. This work will be done in real time as Casey herself likes to say, as the vocal transmissions begin, no more prep work is in order. No more delay. It is time now to begin and to make all of the corrections necessary while this work is in play. She is or has been placed on the field, and it is game time. We use this analogy because although the game will be fun, the system and the process will indeed achieve blows, but it is a game that wants to be played, a work that has been agreed to, a work which will have many enjoyable and memorable moments.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to
We have confirmed all we wish to confirm this day, and we thank you for the work you have come together to do.
what am I put here to do to help Casey achieve win the game?
The way to win or lose the game is to play the game, which we are doing, and which you are doing, and which again we thank you for.
We're just gonna wiggle the toes a little bit and breathe and come out of it a little bit more, and just kind of move your body around and acclimate yourself and just come nicely up out of hypnosis. We're just going to come up out of that nice, gentle, deep sleep. All right, I love those goggles. They look great.